Well, hello there, Libra. How are you? It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. And I hope you're having a wonderful day. So, today we are going to be doing your mid February reading. We'll take a look first at the overall energy with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details about any obstacles on your path or areas of resistance, and of course, advice from Spirit. So let's take a look. We're going to start off with your Soul Traveler's card and Animal Spirit card. So let's see what we have on the horizon for you. Faraway places, get ready for new horizons. And Dove Spirit, be peace. Oh my goodness. Look at all of that purple. This is, your crown chakra kind of opening. I feel like there's the energy of wanting to truly find peace. Now, it's kind of interesting for some of you. Oh, and look, the dove has a crown on. I feel like for some of you, you could be actually kind of meeting. I feel like this has something to do with romance. So it's kind of like you could be meeting in the dream world with somebody that either has been in your life before, is in your life now, or is about to come into your life, okay? It's the energy of understanding, like faraway places. Like in our dream world, we can, or when you're meditating, right? When we're in this really peaceful place, we can encounter, we can visit, right, other people. And I feel like this, to me, this is a little bit, maybe it could be a twin flame, but this is a true soul counterpart that you have a soul contract with. So this is a spiritual, this wouldn't be like a co-worker or something. It would have to be a spiritual soul mate, romantic partner. It could be a family member, but somebody that is really close to you. And I feel as that one of the things is that you don't perhaps have peace in the relationship at this time. And therefore, it's kind of like the energy of trying to create peace in this relationship in the 5D so that it can come together in the 3D. I really feel the more I'm thinking about this, I think this is somebody that you are perhaps not in connection with at this time, but were in connection with at one time. Yeah, the Ascended Masters are coming in to help bring healing. And this is a situation, right, that's kind of stuck at this time. But this is something that you are truly wanting. It's near and dear to your heart, right? It could be family. It could be a childhood, like somebody from your childhood, or, that maybe you have children with. It could be somebody that, you have known for since your childhood. It could be a family member. So let's see where this is going. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It is so interesting that energies lately have been, like, I feel like, especially for the air signs, this energy of just really, kind of stepping into this spiritual side of yourself in order to bring into the 3D what it is that your heart truly desires, but kind of working on it in the spiritual realm. Yeah, there's okay. All right, let's get into this. This is something that you're truly wanting to manifest, having to have the courage, but I feel like you're stepping, once again, asking for help with the spiritual realm, right? Your angels, your guides, your spiritual allies, asking them for help in order to help manifest what it is that you want. And I feel like it takes a little bit of courage on your part. Either you are needing courage to see this situation in a different way, or courage in order to perhaps make the first move in this situation. Yeah, you're definitely kind of like this energy. For some of you, this person could live a distance from you. You may be thinking about visiting them, or they could be thinking about visiting you. I feel like the two of you, whether you realize it or not, sometimes, if you're dreaming about this person, or you're having dreams that kind of could be, helping you to work out this situation, to bring peace to the situation, that would be another case where you may, and this may not resonate with you. And then if it isn't, then this may not be your reading. And, I hope you'll try again. But for some of you, there's some of you that really need to hear this message, that there has been healing in the situation. This is transformative. It is going in a new direction, right? Come to the edge is the Fool card. It's understanding. I feel like the message here is that you have transformed. And I know so many of you are going to say, yes, I have healed, but that other person hasn't. This is, I feel like, kind of a little bit of a message of allowing yourself to if you have transformed, allowing yourself to even think that the other person perhaps has transformed too. And I feel like this is somebody that you haven't seen in a long time. Okay, so this isn't somebody you broke up with a month ago, right? This is probably years. It could have been, that, it's a marriage or a family situation that dissolved, especially maybe during Pluto in Capricorn, right? Since 2008. And it just went into Aquarius a couple of weeks ago, because Libra, that was in your fourth house of home and family. So especially if this is kind of like a situation, like a marriage or a family situation, where this is somebody that you haven't talked to in a long time. It's kind of like, okay, we're going to give it another try. There's almost this energy of finding peace. And once again, when we say that, it's not, reconciliation does not mean that you have to come back into union, but you're finding peace in this situation. You're healing the situation. There's an energy here where this relationship is ready to be healed. Right? Whether that's kind of like coming together and having closure and then saying, okay, we're going in our separate ways, whatever it is, or yes, we're going to give this another try. The obstacle here is, yes, here you are, Libra, right? You're fearful that you can't bring balance into this because your emotions, I feel like your emotions, this is something that's a painful situation, right? A family member or a marriage or something that really went sideways. There was a lot of pain involved. And you could be fearful of how the other person feels about the actions you took, and you are hurt by the actions the other person took, right? There's two people involved in this situation. So it's kind of like fearing not only that your emotions are going to, if this came together or you saw this person, that's why you're meeting in the dream world. Because if you actually saw each other in person, right, you ran into each other in person, the problem is that the emotions probably would be running too high for both of you, okay? So it's kind of like this understanding that the fear, like the things that would come out of your mouth or the things that would come out of their mouth, would not be in alignment with how you truly feel, because your emotions would be really running high. Have you ever had that situation? And it doesn't have to be a romantic partner, right? But you run into somebody that, underneath you have a lot of turmoil about, or it could be super happy about, right? And then you get all flustered and you can't even get your tongue to work right. It's that type of energy. And yet, at the same time, you're wanting balance. You're wanting peace in this situation. So let's see what we have here. Yes, you're holding back. You're holding back. I think for some of you, you're holding yourself back. Not stepping into your light. Not allowing yourself to be confident. Queen of Wands. Oh my goodness. And then we have the King of Wands. And then we have the Nine of Cups. And the Page of Swords. And the Knight, yes. And the Tower. Yeah. I feel like out of the blue, either I think you're working on this in the 5D. For those of you, so it's kind of like, it's very much the energy. I used to teach middle school. It's very much the energy. Like, if somebody liked somebody else, they wouldn't ask them directly, right? They would ask their friend to ask a friend of that person to ask them, do you like me? And then it would all work its way back. And then it would be like, okay, well, would they go out with me? And then it goes through the line of friends to get to the person instead of having direct communication. That's a little bit like this. Either in the 3D, you're asking a friend to ask a friend of the person that you really want to talk to, right? You're trying to either get information, how do they feel about me, or you're working on it in the 5D, like saying, okay, can we find a peaceful resolution to this so that in the 3D it can come together? And when it comes together, it's beautiful. I mean, it really and truly is. It's the energy of your wishes are being granted. You have the 9 of Cups. Whatever it is that you want out of this. And for some of you, you may want to reconcile with this person. And for others of you, you just want to be on peaceful terms, right? It's kind of like, yes, I just want us to be able to talk, right? Even if it's just not, so it's not just maybe we'll be civil to each other. It's kind of like, can we care about each other, even if we're not going to really be in a relationship? I really love this energy because this is deep healing, right? You have the death card here, right? This is transformation. The death card is understanding one way of living with this relationship is changing so you can walk over the bridge and be in another world with this person, like another entity, starting a new chapter, right? And it's a chapter of peace. And once again, that's going to be different for each of you. So let's take a look at what your advice here is. Yes, it's about allowing yourself. You have the co-create card. It is about allowing yourself to work with your spirit guides, your spirit allies in this situation, asking for their help and allowing yourself to open up to the possibility of having peace in this situation. I think this isn't just you've had an argument and you've gone different ways. This is like someone that you really care about, right? And I feel like they've truly hurt you, and in the process they are also hurt, okay, because of what has gone on here. And for some of you, I know you're going to say no, you know, and I'm not saying that they didn't really hurt you, right, betray you. But there's this energy where I feel like they have done some healing. They have done some internal transformation. Think about it. If they were the same person that they were, they probably wouldn't come back because of what they did. But that's a really good way to look at it, right? And now that it's actually coming out of my mouth, it's kind of like, if they were that same person, they wouldn't be coming back, because then they have to also, there's a recognizing of what they did. I feel like this could be somebody that did really and truly hurt you, but they want to come back and make amends. Once again, make peace. Once again, doesn't mean that you have to get back together with them, right? But it's about making peace, making amends, wanting forgiveness, and you opening your heart up and wanting forgiveness too, for yourself, for the situation, for both of you. It takes a lot of courage to be able to do that. When we say no to wanting peace in a relationship, and when the other person is coming in and wants true amends, right? This isn't, casual. This is like somebody is coming in and truly wanting to express their feelings. If we shut that down and say no, completely no, I'm not even talking to you, right? The problem is that we're allowing that situation, that person, to have power over us. instead of allowing yourself to step into the energy of trusting yourself, knowing that you have the healthy boundaries, knowing who you are now. You have transformed since this situation happened. That's why it's not something that happened last month. This is something that happened probably years ago. So it's kind of like understanding, okay, that occurred, but I am not the same person, and also allowing the other person to have also transformed. They are not, if this is your reading, they are not the person that they were before. And it's allowing yourself to look at this in a different perspective, to allow yourself, I know it's hard, because I think that this is somebody that really hurt you, Libra. And so I'm sending you much love and hugs. Like, it takes a lot for you to even be able to step into the arena of having peace in this situation. And yet, at the same time, that is exactly what you're being called to do, right? Because when we can heal a relationship like this, right? And it doesn't mean, once again, I want to clarify, it does not mean that you meet with this person and have to reunite. You may meet only to find closure in the situation, to wish each other well and go on your separate paths. But when we even allow that peaceful moment to happen, my goodness, it is, you are the King of Wands. Okay, this is a spiritual teacher, the King of Wands, allowing ourselves to step into the energy of forgiveness, having the courage to forgive the other person as well as forgive yourself in the situation. And forgiveness is not about condoning their behavior, because I feel like something, really difficult happened here. So it's not condoning their behavior. It's allowing forgiveness in the situation so that you and the other person can move on in a peaceful way, even if you're staying separate. Wow. Really, yeah. I mean, I feel like you've been kind of manifesting it, but it's been hard because your emotions are so wrought. I feel like this is somebody that may have made you feel at one time that you were worthless, right? Didn't see your love, didn't see your light, didn't cherish you for who you are. And here it is. You have the Wheel of Fortune, the Page of Cups, the Six of Cups. Seeing the wheel turn in this, allowing what has occurred in the past to be healed, to be forgiven, so that love can go forward. And for some of you, I do feel like you may reunite, especially if it's like a family member or something. People do change. And I think now that we are in, Pluto is in Aquarius and not in Capricorn, right? It is that energy. Aquarius is the star card, is the water bearer, is the healer of the tarot. This is an opportunity to heal something that has brought a lot of pain. I mean, it's obvious that the pain is here. I can feel it. And I'm sending you so much love and hugs because, Libra, I think that's why the Courage card is coming out, right? You have it twice. It does take courage to step into forgiveness. It does. Because when we step into the energy of forgiveness, of forgiving the situation, the person, ourselves, everything involved in this, right? When we allow ourselves to be courageous and step into the power of forgiveness, right? It is so much freeing. It's very freeing, but at the same time, it's so scary because then we no longer have that excuse. We no longer have someone to blame or a situation to blame. It means, okay, I'm finding peace in this situation so I can be released and allow myself to go towards what my heart truly desires. My goodness. I mean, Libra, this is very spiritual. Seeing this, if you have not read Sacred Contracts by Caroline Myss, you may want to read that. That was very helpful for me. Stepping into that energy of seeing the spiritual nature of relationships, of understanding that you signed soul contracts before you incarnated here, right? That the things that played out in the situation were not done to you, but for you, to help you to open up to your own transformation. And also allowing the other person to open up to their own transformation. Wow. You know, it's hard. It's hard when we want people to recognize how we have changed, how we have grown, how we have healed ourselves. But it also means that we have to allow ourselves to have the courage to accept that other people can also transform their lives, do their own healing, change who they were to who they are now. Right? You were not the same person you were in 2008 when Pluto went into Capricorn. Capricorn went through your fourth house of family and friends, right? Family and home. It wreaked havoc probably in your home life. And so now it's kind of understanding you are not the same person you were in 2008. And I feel like this is somebody that has also gone through a major transformation, possibly since 2008 or however long it's been since this situation has gone down. This is not a recent thing. This is not. This is something that has been part of your life for some time, perhaps for some of you from childhood. Okay, so let's see. Let's take a look at your soul truth card in Libra. I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. Okay, what can I do to make a difference? Yes, I feel like there is something here that you are being called to have the courage to take action on. Okay, whether that is allowing yourself to even start thinking that the other person could be different than they were, right? It's kind of like, okay, what's the first step? You don't have to transform this overnight, right? Allowing yourself to even reach out to your spirit guides, your allies, and say, how can I'm looking for helpful ways. Help me to heal. Help me to see this in a more loving fashion. Allow me to step into the energy of forgiveness. All right, what keeps you up at night? What makes you cringe when you think about it, such that every ounce of you screams no more? Where can you crave purpose out of your pain? Okay, so the reason I'm chuckling there is because when I was reading this, they showed me, you know how I said that you were meeting on, the spiritual plane in the dream world. I'm trying to find my dove card, but they showed me, like, I feel like the two of you, and I do feel like it's two people here, but the two of you meet in the dream world, right? On the spiritual plane, in the 5D. And it's kind of like, where it says, what makes you cringe when you think about such that every ounce of you screams no more. It's almost like you're having a battle in the 5D with this person. I feel like for some of you, you are trying to hash this out in the 5D. So that it can come back down to the 3D and it be healed. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of like, honestly, like, having that clash, right? Being able to say everything that you would like to say to that person, but you're doing it in the 5D. So that when it comes into the 3D, it's already kind of had some of that energy expelled so that peace can come to the situation. All right, Libra, I am going to leave it there. I love you so much. Thank you so much for all of your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing. I really do wish you so much love and light in this situation. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.